Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. I'm your host, AzuriteReacts. This video was supposed to be just one episode, but let's just say I reacted a little bit too much to the point that I had to separate this video into two parts. So this part's going to be me reacting to the video and talking about Kefla, and the next one is going to be me continuing the same video, but talking about Kale and Caulifla. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video called Caulifla, Kale and Kefla, The Wasted Universe 6 Saiyans by Saiyan Scholar. Also, if you are big fans of either Kale, Kefla, Caulifla, or all of them, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell, or even join our Discord when we talk about Dragon Ball. But let's just go to the video.
How did the writers completely devalue the credibility and dominance of Fusion in the way they told this story? Let's talk about the anime first. In terms of her...
That is true. But we have to also remember that Kale, Caulifla, and even Kaba, they had no idea what the Super Saiyan is. So in terms of like power level, if you want to go there, they aren't as strong as characters from the Universe 7, which means that their fusion is going to be slightly weaker. But yeah, I think they really undervalued Kefla's potential regardless. Editor Azurite here. Yes, this is a point, however, it could be very well disputed, because Kabur exists.
Who the fuck is that guy?
In base form, knocked the crap out of Vegito. Yes, it is not canon, but you can say that just because they don't know what Super Saiyan is, doesn't mean that they will be inherently weak.
So from this point onwards, I was thinking, wow, Kefla is going to clean house in the anime. She may actually be the one of the final contestants left in the tournament. But you see, this also
to be honest, that will make a lot of sense. Because of the way that everything went, it kind of made her feel that she would stick around a little bit more, you know? Turns out that's not true.
Nothing more than one of Goku's biggest stepping stones. Almost a sacrifice to the pit, so that Goku can be put over. And as you see, this was a massive mistake. It's not Kefla's fault, it's the writers, as always.
I mean, yeah, even the tingly back is the writer's fault. I mean, why couldn't they already know Super Saiyan? The hate that they received could have been so easily avoided if the writing was better. That's what kind of drives me nuts.
I expected sacrifices of great concept. Kefla is hands down a great concept, with an attitude to piss you off intentionally, but so strong it goes...
Thank you! Thank you! Someone mentioned that, okay? I'm not insane for hating Kefla. And Caulifla, for that matter. Your personality just really bothered me. Thank you, Scholar. Thank you so much. I feel validated.
But let's be honest here. All of that was to make Goku look good in comparison to Fusion. And Kefla was nothing more than a test for Omen. And it's a shame, such an incredible concept was completely in the wrong place at the wrong time. A fusion like Kefla should have been kept back in the back pocket for some focused Universe 6 arc or side story.
Yes!
Would be far more useful and meaningful for the sake of the character.
Yes! Man, they showcased all the universes and then they dropped it off. I mean, how cool would it be to try to understand the other universes? Like, at least Super Dragon Ball Heroes, they kind of bring other characters from other universes to shine a little bit more, although there's a bug here. What was I saying? The bug distracted me. Asshole. Oh, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, yes. It's not well written. In the Heroes, they also ruined a little bit. Kale and Caulifla made them more weak. Especially Kaba. Oh my god, Kaba was so badly treated in Heroes, I don't even want to talk about it. But at least, he gives a little bit more to other universes, and I would like to see that.
Make us feel, oh yeah, female fusion, let's see what it can do for a little bit, until it's time for Goku to get back in the spotlight.
Ugh, yeah.
It felt so tempting. Until finally, we get the moment which we always remember Kefla the most by. That being Omen Goku using his Kamehameha, smashing her off the stage. We don't think of Kefla's awesome fusion self here. We think of Omen Goku.
Or her burst of, like, power, the way she just bursts out like, well, Kale, I guess. She just bursts out like Kale and then goes like swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. It's so cool, but then it just goes back to Goku doing Kamehameha in the epic way. By the way, it's epic. We're gonna take that away from Goku, it's epic. But he's just like, oh, and she's gone. Oh well. That's annoying. Cool, but annoying.
Some movements and blasting her off the stage. That was one of the greatest moments in Dragon Ball at the expense of Kefla. And it was always Kefla's most defining moment. Getting eliminated. Work that one out, scholars. Whoever said she had a perfect run and was awesome are completely delusional and need to wake up. She was devalued.
Oh boy, don't need to be aggressive. But Jesus. I mean, to some extent, he is kind of right. Her run was not perfect. Because I wanted more. It's not perfect because I would love to see more of Kefla, would have loved to see more of Kaba, Caulifla, Kale. I don't know, I would have loved to see so much more from those characters, and they had the great moments. It just wanted more, I guess.
The form with the worst track record and worst moments in history. The fact that form made this mountain potential of Fusion's arm start shaking. You know your reputation is gone when that happens. When Super Saiyan Blue, it phased her. When Super Saiyan Blue does that to you, your story is over. It blew Kefla's credibility to the next dimension.
That is true, though. I never liked the Super Saiyan Blue, if I'm being honest. I love the color blue. But I just don't like what they did to the god form, okay? Love the colors, the concept not so much. But yeah, when you start to think and see that, you kind of start to figure out that, yeah, they're not going to last long, are they?
Someone with those credentials, fusion parts, and...
Sorry, I see Kale and I have to simp a little bit, you know? Let me just take a little bit of a moment right now. She's so pretty. She's so pretty!
Feature of the game in terms of male versus female combatants, it wasn't the right time to give us Kefla during the clusterfuck of a tournament. And that goes for many other characters too. You could write a whole arc with good writing on Caulifla, Kale and Kefla as the winning two.
Yes!
But now, after all that's happened, do we even want that anymore? Is her reputation...
I mean, I still do, because I still like the characters, even if they were badly written, smashed to the ground, and shit on. I kinda still do, but I agree with him. I would have preferred if Super could go into a little bit of the other universes, gave us a little bit more, you know, that could have been nice. I don't think you're ever going to do that because the time to do it, well, has been used, I guess. So now I don't expect us to see too much of it, but I would still like to see it, yes.
Too far damaged now not to give a damn. And we as fans just hold on to any insignificant 1 minute moment we got with that concept on screen. Like it's the best.
That's me with everything. When I like a character and there is not a lot of him, I just cling to all those little minutes of the character, and I like just watch it on loop. This is so true.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to...
So generically annoying to in the way it was written. That...
Thank you! Yes! And I see her, in this case Kefla, having the same personality as Caulifla, which, again, pretty annoying for me.
Speaking of go on, let's now go and talk about
the manga.
How even more Kefla was devalued. You see, just like the anime, Kale was a...
Man. Oh, Gordon mentioned Kale. This is another thing. I know that Kale in the manga is different and much better written. I am aware of that. I haven't truly read it. I actually need to read it, but I haven't done yet. So I love Kale for the anime counterpart. I understand why people hate her for that, but as someone who kind of motivated me to change my lifestyle to some point, I will always have a little bit of a soft spot for anime Kale, but I understand people's, opinions on her. I get it.
frickin' monster. You would think if she got a fusion boost, no matter who she is with, the outcome is going to be hell on earth, a nightmare.
Yes.
No, the manga, when Kefla arrived, she did kick out a few chumps, but then Lord be...
It's so frustrating. Because in the anime, Kale doesn't seem as fierce, in my opinion. I mean, she's scary for like 1 or 2 episodes, but then after that, she kind of seems like a little bit of a pushover, like a lot of wasted potential on Kale too. But then in the manga, it's the opposite. The manga, Kale is like amazing, strong. Holy crap! It's, at least for what I've heard. Okay, it's insane. But then in the anime, Kefla puts up a bigger fight against Goku than she does in Gohan. It should actually be the opposite, you know? In the anime, she should be the one being destroyed by Gohan. And in the manga, it should be her being destroyed by Goku. If you know what I mean. Although I don't think she should be destroyed by none of these, just like he is explaining. I'm just saying, it's everything's upside down.
Behold, we get Gohan, where Kale alone was getting so violent you could see the skid marks in Super Saiyan Blue Goku's gi showing, but Gohan tanks and eliminates the damn fusion of that monster. You talk about fusion devaluing even more. This was it for me. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong mission. Kefla did not deserve that. Her power should have been able to flick almost any fighter in that tournament out of the ring. Not because she's the new female fighter, no, because she's the fusion of 2 beastly prodigies.
Wow, she's pretty. Sorry, I just... She's really pretty. I don't like the Gohan's hair, by the way. I just don't like it. It's missing the little hair there, you know what I mean? But she's really pretty. What the heck?
Let's talk about female Dragon Ball fighters for a second. Another reason
please.
Is completely misplaced, misused, and mainly rushed into the story. How do you even write that shit to make sense at this stage of the game in Dragon Ball? You give these female fighters power amps out of nowhere like this, it doesn't even make sense logically in Dragon Ball. But we as fans just have to accept that they are prodigies. And that's one thing I felt, not just devalued Caulifla and Kale, but Kefla too, that this was a...
It just ruined the characters. It just ruined... It's like what I said at the beginning. If they were already Saiyans, Super Saiyans, sorry. If they were already Super Saiyans, things will be a little bit more interesting, because maybe they'll be tapping into Super Saiyan 3. It's more of a powerhouse and more menacing. Super Saiyan 3 is a bigger menace than Super Saiyan 2. So it will, for me, make more sense for them to go to that route instead of Super Saiyans, you know? The tingly back, it's like, bro, really? It's like, okay. It's just, I don't know. It could have just been so easily made better, and it just didn't. It's such a waste, man.
Fans deserve a better character with way more story build-up, passion and thought and love for the character, building up so they can be related to, feeling their growth and struggles, not just stuck in there with ultimate power just to sell the next friggin' action figure and tick a box.
A lot of the girls that were like fighting and everything, look at Videl. Videl was like a strong lady. I mean, the daughter of Satan, she was like strong-willed. And suddenly she's like a mother and never seen again, kinda. She doesn't seem to fight anymore. It's just, most of the ladies in Dragon Ball that began to be really great, like fighters and everything, they just took a backline and become irrelevant. I think that's kind of the word for it. The only ones that don't suffer from this issue, it's 18, because, well, 18 has always been a powerhouse from the get-go. And she still keeps her personality. And Bulma. Bulma's never like a fighter, of course, but she's always been very intelligent, very important for the plot. So those are the like only few girls that make it, because everyone else just put on the back line, you know, like no matter how cool they used to be, they're just like, they're boring now. They do nothing for the plot, and I don't know, it's, you know, and Kefla, Kale, Caulifla, they didn't become housewives. Not that it's a problem, but I'm saying making almost every girl a housewife, it's, I don't know, it seems wrong in my opinion, okay? But ladies let me know in the comments below, okay? Because, you know, this is my opinion. I think in the Dragon Ball community, women are mostly seen as housewives or just something to be appealing to the eyes of the ones who are watching and maybe writing too. Not to the extent of other animes. There are others that are much worse on that regard, but it still gives a little bit of that feeling, at least in my opinion. Let me know if I'm wrong.
That's what Kefla felt like to me. An amazing yet misplaced legendary Super Saiyan concept, just remembered as annoying little legendary chipmunks, and I don't think we'll ever see her again. How is this demon warrior?
Oh my way! Don't bring Broly yet to the table. Oh my god! Okay, calm down. Man, I feel this so much because again, even in Heroes, which is supposed to be bring more variety, I guess, they made them dirty too. Like Kale and Caulifla, they almost do nothing. Kefla does almost nothing. I'm not expecting to see them anytime soon or even ever. But I would love if we could see a little bit more of the Universe 6 Saiyans. Maybe everyone could travel there to gain more knowledge, to gain more power. Maybe these, not these two, because also counting Kawa, the Universe 6 Saiyans, they could probably have a different transformation. You know, that could be the counterpart of Super Saiyan 3. I mean, I don't know. It's another universe. You can do so much with that concept. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm probably not putting it in the correct words. Sorry, but there is potential for more. They just don't want to do it. And I don't expect them to do it either, which is annoying.
How is this demon warrior who appears once every 1,000 years turned into a pile of unwanted dog shit that appears once every 10 hours in the back garden? Well, you're about to find out why Kale lives up to her name of being the most disgusting, vile vegetable of all time.
No! Hey! Okay. I was not ready for this. You know, maybe I will do 2 videos. I was not ready for this segment of the video. Not at all. Okay. She's always the potential, yes. Oh boy. And yeah, that's how we're going to end today's video. If you guys want to see the continuation of my reaction towards the Kale and Caulifla segment of this video, subscribe and ring the bell to not miss it, because it's gonna be another roller coaster of emotions. I want to thank you all so much for watching, especially my members who support me all the time. Thank you guys so much. If you also want to support me like these amazing people on the screen, you can click on the join button down below. You get access to streams, emotes, badges, and all the good stuff. And with this being said, I will hope to see you guys on my next video, short, or stream. So, stay tuned for that content, my friends.
I'm gonna read it fast and watch me pass, doing my best to stay in here. Won't let you catch me.